Hi, welcome to Boutique Beach in South Atoll in the Maldives. I am Romney and I built this hotel because I am an avid and addicted diver and I wanted to share the wonderful diving that we have in this area with other fellow divers. This is Boutique Beach and here you can see our open air restaurant and our sun terrace on the roof of the hotel. As you can see here, we are very near the beach and our lagoon is only 5 minutes away from our front door, as can be illustrated here by one of our guests who showed you how quickly it is to get to the beach. Dhigurah means long island, and as you can see here we have a 4-kilometre beach with many patches of reef just on our lagoon side. The island ends with a very long sandbank, which is very nice and very good for pictures. And here you can see often in our lagoon we get dolphins, even whale sharks where you can snorkel with them, and also mantas who regularly turn up in our lagoon and are very curious and come very close to divers and snorkelers. Here is one of the main reasons that people come to Atoll, because we have whale sharks all year round, one of the very few places in the world that can say that. And we have identified over 350 different whale sharks in the area, and I'll be telling you a lot more about whale sharks in the following presentation. This is our dive boat. It's a 55-foot donny with freshwater showers, a sun deck and a toilet on board. Our boat captain has over 30 years experience in this area and is #1 at finding whale sharks and mantas. He's also famous for dropping in exactly the right place for pinnacle dives in our channel. Nitrox is available to certified divers as well as air, and we have INT and DIN adapters available. On our boat we have up to 4 diving instructors so that we can keep our groups nice and small, usually up to 4 to 5 people, both for safety and also so that we can show you the best marine life from the smallest to the largest around in our area. We have over 50 dive sites in our area, ranging from outside reefs where we go to see the whale shark, manta cleaning stations and also pinnacle dives where there are 15 pinnacles in our channel, only 10 to 15 minutes from our harbour, ranging from Dhigurah, 5 Rocks, 7th Heaven and Broken Rock, some of the most famous dive sites in the Maldives. We also have 2 wrecks in the area. Dhigurah wreck, which is at the island of Machafushi, which is over 30 metres long, and also a small fishing boat on the sand at Arches, very near to our island. Most days we offer 2 dives in the morning, followed by lunch and an afternoon dive. Night dives are also available. We often go out on the boat for full-day trips, whale shark or manta safaris, where we take lunch on board and that gives us extra time to locate them. As you can see from these shots, there's a myriad of wonderful marine life in this area, from the largest whale shark right down to the smallest nudibranch. We have grey reef sharks, white-tip sharks and sometimes silver-tip sharks, as well as every ray you can think of, from eagle ray, stingray, mobula rays and manta rays, and fantastic macro opportunities such as mantis shrimps, nudibranchs, ghost pipefish and also frogfish sometimes. South Atoll is really special because of our whale sharks. Over 350 identified individuals and all year round, which makes it a very, very special area. Most of our individuals are male, only 10 of the 350 have been identified as female. The average size is between 5 and 7 metres, although some occasionally are seen up to 9 metres, and recently we have had a few of 3 and 4 metres long. It's thought that they are cruising the South Atoll plateau after feeding at depth and coming up to warm up and just cruising along and keeping warm, although sometimes you can be lucky enough to see them feeding. Generally, we try to spot them snorkeling first, and sometimes it's easier to spot them when you're snorkeling, but it is a real pleasure when they come up to you on a dive, because that means they're curious and they want to look at you. That also means that there are a smaller number of people with the whale shark at one time, and we often wait for the whale shark to come alongside us and then swim alongside it for as long as possible. There are restrictions in terms of how close you can get to the whale shark, and also we absolutely do not allow anybody to touch the whale shark. They can be identified by the spot pattern on their fins, and it's good to take a picture on the left or right side over the fin so that we can then report back to the whale shark conservation group and they can tell us which whale shark we have seen. Sometimes we spot ones that have never been seen in the area before, which is very exciting. Dhigurah is one of the most famous dive sites in the Maldives, and it's only 10 minutes away from our harbour. We go there frequently. The reef was designated a conservation area in 1985, and since then there's been no fishing allowed. This means that there are thousands and thousands of blue-striped yellow snappers in the reef, and that also means that there are lots of other fish who want to hunt them. Very often when there's some current, there will be tunas, giant trevally, grey reef sharks and white-tip sharks hunting them, and this creates a fantastic experience for any of the divers where you can hook on and just enjoy the spectacle. Tunas suddenly go checkerboard on their side so that they are camouflaged and shoot into the fish, allowing this flashing to happen as you're hooked on. It's a wonderful show. Dhigurah is also famous for some rather spectacular soft corals, and you can go in the overhangs there and see myriad of colours. It's a very good idea to have a torch with you to show you all the colours on the rocks and the reef. Some days, after a hard time diving, we decide that we're going to stop at a sandbank and have a bit of a barbecue. And here you can see our chefs cooking up a good barbecue for everybody so that we can have some fun and play some volleyball. Our boutique hotel is situated only moments away from the beach. We have 6 deluxe rooms in the hotel and a further 3 standard rooms in the building next door. We have a ground floor cafe where we serve breakfast and lunch, where you can see the beach sitting with sand around your toes. We go up to the rooftop restaurant for dinner, and you can see the Milky Way from there. Our 2 Sri Lankan chefs cook every selection of food from European and local dishes. The view from the restaurant is truly spectacular. Our deluxe rooms are very spacious and feature a workstation with a charging area and a good light for camera fanatics. Our bathrooms are open air, and the best thing is to have a shower when it's raining and you're standing in a nice warm shower with the rain pouring down around you. Our dive base is situated near the harbour. It's a 5-star paddy dive base, and we have bower compressors for nitrox and air. Very often we see mantas in the lagoon right next to our island. They are feeding on the plankton there, and it's very easy to stop and snorkel with them. Quite often when we're on our surface interval between dives, we stop and we all jump in, and the mantas are very curious and come very close, looking at you very closely to investigate you. Mobula rays are seen in our area very often too. As we are a 5-star paddy dive base, we are able to offer courses up to dive master level, and very often we carry out the confined training on the beach very near the hotel in the lagoon. Here you can see Mete, our dive base leader, training some of our young new recruits in their open water training. We have some very good news to share with you. At Manta Point, we've seen the best hard coral growth in over 25 years. The reef there is really spectacular now, with huge table corals going on and on and on for the whole length of the reef. It's really some very good news and the best hard coral growth in the whole area that we've seen in 25 years. Boutique Beach was designed for divers. Our total focus is on delivering the best marine experience for you. When you come and stay with us, we will look after your safety and we will look after your personal needs. We really hope that this film has shown you what Atoll has to offer and what we can do for you here at Boutique Beach. We look forward to see you here in South Atoll very soon.